So this thing just died on me, right? It hasn't been a horrible Jeep. Okay, so during Jeep camp, we ended up blowing the seals out of the steering gear. And this is like the third time I've done that. Kind of tired of doing that, so I decided I might as well just upgrade it and put something different in. So right now we're installing a redhead steering gear. Just because eventually I want to go to hydro assist, I figured this is going to be my next best bet. We've already got all the bolts loose, so I've got the lines removed. I just have to remove the sector shaft between my steering wheel and my steering gear. Then once that's done, I can slam the new box in, bleed it, and hopefully it'll be good to go. 9 and 11, 14. Okay, so we're going on an adventure. It's hot. It's like 101. God, we're gonna get this thing started, get the AC rolling. And I gotta go grab a Pitman arm puller because mine apparently I broke and I just never fixed or replaced. So we're gonna take the new Jeep that you guys haven't seen yet, really a whole lot, and we're gonna take that down to go grab it. So let's do that. Oh my God, it's hot. Yeah, I gotta replace the blower motor. So, you know, don't be too critical. But besides the whole like death wobble thing, it hasn't been a horrible Jeep. It hasn't been a horrible Jeep. So this thing just died on me, right? So that's great. There's no check engine light. I was able to get it to start back up, so, but don't worry, we still got Judith. It's kind of old reliable. Now you might be wondering, Ty, why are you so sweaty? Well, you see here, it is 101 degrees out. I'm sitting on blacktop in the sun, trying to replace the steering gear. And you know what? It's not the most fun in the world. Okay. Fingers crossed. Man, I wasn't even recording. So old one's out. I'm gonna go grab the new redhead so we can slam that thing in there and just be done with this. I'm ready to be done. It's hot, it's 100. And that asphalt is not forgiving. So let's go grab the new one. Here's a new redhead. I did have it ported so that I can run hydro assist in the future. So we're gonna go ahead and slam this thing in. There's our old one, just our reman that's been puking with all the play. Hopefully this one will last a long time and we won't have any issues with it. So let's get this thing in here. Okay, let's give an update here. You can see that nice little redhead in there. So I've got all the lines hooked up and the only thing I have left is my little sector shaft here, but it's like seized right at that spot. I don't know how well you can see in there, but it's seized right here. So I'm gonna hit it with some WD-40, hope that frees it up. Make my life a little easier with getting it back onto the steering gear. Once it's onto the steering gear, I can jack the front end up, bleed the system. Hopefully I have enough power steering fluid left from when I limped this home. And then yeah, then it's just back boxing up the old one. It's like 102 right now, which for South Dakota, that's pretty hot. I don't know what it is on the asphalt. I'm really glad I grabbed the moving blanket there. It made life easy, but yeah, I'm gonna go grab some WD-40. Let's get this thing knocked out, guys. Well, good morning. It is Monday, and it's been a long weekend. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. Well, first off, we were gonna fix the YJ, but ended up going for a hike with the wife and some of our friends from when I first moved here, or well, around that time period. And that was a lot of fun. Then Saturday, I woke up and met up with my friend Richard Lillard, who I know from the Trail AZ group out in Arizona, and my friend Caden. We wanted to go and do some four-wheeling, but all of my stuff is broken except for Judith. So I didn't really take Judith in, but I went with him out to Iceman. I got to meet a new friend, Kelly, also known as Greta the Hundo on Instagram. So it was a lot of fun getting to meet up with them, and you can check that out right now. We'll go ahead and just swipe on over there. Okay, you guys know I have been wheeling this trail for years. Like, I've been guiding for Jamboree on this trail, so I am no stranger to it. This is the most I've ever been stung, not only on this trail, but in my life. I just got stung on my bicep because Haley made it mad. And then I got stung right here because it got in my pant leg, right on my inner thigh. This is horrible. These wasps are angry. I don't know why they're so angry. Maybe they're angry because it's so hot outside. But yeah, well, here comes Richard in the old marshmallow.
Perfect. Hey, how many are they? More driver.
More driver?
Yep. Just as you move it.
Oh, she's got right now.
Okay. Now straighten out a little bit. Nice.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Throw over your locker room.
Dingle dang, you're tucked.
Neat.
All right, let me throw that locker on.
Yeah.
Here. There we go.
Driver, as you come forward. Nice. All right, stay straight. Stay straight. You're good there. There it is. Are you pushing on the squirter button?
What?
Are you pushing on the squirter button?
No.
Squirter?
Look at his passenger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I bet it's the tank, the reservoir. That thing gets fucking hot.
It's literally squirting.
Oh, it's squirting.
Yeah. Just giving the littlest little squirts. Whew. That's an aluminum tank too.
Stop or is it still going?
Yeah, it just stopped. Had a little bit of pressure built up. Nice and slow. You're gonna come down in the front here in a moment. Nice and slow. There you go. Oh, come towards me.
Yeah. I love it when it does that, right? Haley!
What the heck was that? There you go.
Not a wiener. Real ball.
Straighten out a little bit.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah, so this is Marshmallow. This is Lillard's rig. This super rad build. It's on 42s. And it was built to wheel. Oh, there's your A-track stuff. Yeah. So back up a little, just like that. Now come towards me and forward. Just a little. Yeah.
I want to get on that rock.
Let's see if it'll let you. Let your A-track do its thing. There you go.
Alright.
You don't need it. You can actually come towards me a little. Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing for dinner tonight?
Oh, I'm hanging out with my wife.
Fuck.
Yes. Oh, sorry about that. And like I said, I had a lot of fun. I don't think I've ever been stung so many times in my life by wasps, so that was crazy. You know, normally it's pretty bad down in there, but this time it was way worse than I've ever seen. Now Richard's gonna be here for a little bit, and I want to get out on one of my favorite trails with him, but I want to have at least one other vehicle running in my fleet of Jeeps before I go and beat up on this thing. That way I have a way to get to work. So I decided to try and fix the YJ on Sunday, and unfortunately that didn't go as planned. So yeah, just when I thought I had a win, turns out it was still a loss. I got everything put back in. So before I put the new steering gear in, I bled the old power steering pump just to make sure there was no other fluid left in it, nothing else in there. Then I went through and I hooked everything up, lifted the front end off the ground. I cycled everything through to make sure there's no air in the system. And then once I didn't see any more bubbles, put it back on the ground, did the same thing. Everything looked great, power steering felt great. Ended up jumping onto the road to go wash it off, made it 2 blocks down, and yeah, my whole steering locked up. So that was awesome. I couldn't even get it to turn a quarter of a turn without putting my whole body weight behind it. So I ended up calling Chris, he came and got me, and we just dropped it off at his house. So yeah, throughout the week I'm hoping to get over there and check that out, but I've got a lot of projects. I actually had not a great day with the WJ either, as you can see. So not only does that thing have death wobble that I wasn't told about, it also likes to just shut off, and it's not like the auto start stop feature. It just shuts off. Update. Last you saw, we were putting in the redhead steering gear into the YJ, and the install ended up going pretty smooth, but on our first test drive the steering gear locked up. I don't know if it's the steering gear, if it's the pump, or what it is. So I ended up having to get it towed by my friend Chris over to his place, and today we're gonna work on pulling the pump. I'm gonna pull the hoses and jack the front end up and make sure the steering gear is still turning freely. If it's still turning freely, that tells me that like the pressure relief valve or something like that in the pump is bad, which I'm really hoping, because I was gonna do the WJ pump swap on this thing anyway, which I brought with us today, a WJ pump. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on jacking the front of the vehicle up, pulling those hoses. I'm gonna drain all the fluid again. I brought way more power steering fluid, and then just seeing if the front turns normally. Fingers crossed it does, because that means the gear's not bad, it's the pump. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Fish it out of there by hand. I don't know, Chris was telling me that these steering gears maybe aren't the best in the world, so I'm a little sad about that, because listen, I haven't been off-roading near as long as a lot of these guys, you know, like I'm at like 12 years now, 11 years now, and like that whole 11 years, see, before that, like I was reading like JP Magazine and Peterson's, and like I remember seeing those mentioned in there, so I just always thought they were good steering gears. So I'm really hoping it is not the steering gear itself. Whoops. It's just this like super old pump from 1993, you know? Okay, so I've got the high pressure and the low pressure removed. I'm gonna go ahead and jack this thing up and just turn the wheel, because even with the vehicle off, it was like worse than not having any power steering. Like it just was locked up. So yeah, next is jacking it up to see if it will turn. All right, so I've got the front end jacked up onto jack stands. The power steering line's disconnected. All I'm gonna do is turn it to accessory and just spin the wheel back and forth and see if it spins easy and free. That's all we can hope for right now. Okay, that is a good sign. So why is this a good sign? That means my steering gear is still good, and it's possibly the pump. Okay, so right now I'm working on removing the power steering pump. I've got the 2 bolts on the back that hold it whenever you do the adjustment. I've already loosened the one up top. I'm about to loosen all of the tension off the belt so I can, I think, pull the pump. My only concern, so doing this WJ swap, is I just test fit some of the bolts. None of them fit, like hardware wise. And I know this is a swap for like the 97 and up, so I don't know if this is going to be a swap for 96 and under. So I didn't do enough research on that, but oh well, we're gonna give it a shot anyway. So I'm gonna get the rest of these bolts pulled and the tension off the belt so I can pull the belt off and start getting the pump out. Really hope it's the pump, guys. Okay, so here's an update for you. I had to run to O'Reilly's. So it turns out the WJ power steering pump swap works great if you have a 97 and up, but if you have a 97 and under, it's a lot more work than I'm wanting to do. And the motor in this thing is from a 93 Cherokee, and I just don't have the patience today to deal with that. It's a lot of drilling, tapping, helicoiling, stuff like that. So we went ahead and just picked up a stock 93 pump. Chris already swapped the pulley over and I've already got it back into its place. I just got to bolt everything up, and then we're going to bleed the system and try this again, and we're gonna hope for the best. So let's get the pump reinstalled. Okay, so get that on. Mouse. And I need to, I think, bump the pulley back a little bit, because looking at it, it's just a little far forward and I don't want to be throwing belts. But yeah, once that's done, then we can take it for a drive. So the pump is bled. Everything sounds good. I'm gonna have to come back here and take it home another day, but we finally got that all done, and that means the next time I come over here, I can start on these. These are for my Grand Cherokee project. So that is a Dana 44A, whereas currently it has got a Dana 35C. So not only is this stronger, but these are out of an Overland Grand Cherokee, whereas mine's a Laredo. The Overland Grand Cherokees had limited slip differentials and 373 gears. So I've got a limited slip in the front, limited slip in the rear, whereas on my Laredo, they came with 355s, a Dana 35C, which is significantly weaker. Granted, that's still aluminum, but we won't get into that. And at 355s, which I think I said already. So these will be a big upgrade. The limited slip works, everything spins freely. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strip everything off of them. We're gonna grind all this down, and we are going to fix these up, get them all rebuilt, new ball joints, new CV shafts, everything, new upper control arm joints. They're getting all new brakes, wheel bearings, everything. Everything is going onto these things for a really rad daily weekend warrior. And I can't wait to start that. I haven't been able to start it because I've had to get this back on the road in the rocks. I'm hoping that's enough to do it. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully it will not be near as hot as it has been. You already know the drill. Get on out there and keep on jeeping on.